After an extraordinary performance by Canelo Alvarez against Germán Charlo, the Mexican boxing superstar is eager to don the gloves once more. It seems that boxing fanatics are on the brink of witnessing the fight of their dreams. For those who've been clamoring for a showdown between Terence Crawford and Canelo, we have some fantastic news to share. Canelo Alvarez has officially agreed to step into the ring with Terence Crawford, sending shockwaves across the globe.
You know, I always say if the fight make sense, why not? But he's not in the plan. Like I say, if makes sense, maybe. I don't know right now. I just gonna enjoy this fight, and please let me enjoy this fight, and then you gonna know what is next for sure.
We are now living in a world where this much-anticipated bout is currently in the works. However, it's important not to get too ahead of ourselves just yet. There's still an entire contract that needs to be signed. Judging by Crawford's reaction to this call-out, it seems we may be in for an electrifying showdown.
Everybody keeps bringing up Canelo. I think that's weird, you know, because you'd have to gain, 20 pounds? Yeah. But they say that's the money fight. That's the mega fight. That's the money fight. That's the only thing that makes sense for Terence Crawford.
Well, you know what I mean? Catch weight. You can do something at a catch weight.
What weight you think?
Probably like 160 or something.
But you said 154 is the highest you want to go.
Yeah, 158. 160, that'd be...
The prospect of this fight may be closer than we realize. So, without further delay, let's delve into what Terence "Bud" Crawford had to say about the possibility of facing the Mexican powerhouse Canelo after wrapping up his business with Germán Charlo. Canelo found himself in the hot seat when asked about his interest in a bout against Terence Crawford. This elicited an ecstatic reaction from the crowd, particularly when Canelo responded with these words, "If the fight makes sense, then why not?" Now let's be honest here. This fight indeed makes perfect sense. Terence, fresh off a spectacular victory against Errol Spence, has positioned himself as one of today's premier fighters, boasting an undefeated record. So, regardless of any doubts about this matchup potentially being lopsided, it's worth noting that Bud has never experienced defeat in his career. As for Canelo, his journey hasn't been without its blemishes, so it's premature to dismiss Terence Crawford. Both of these fighters are currently at the pinnacle of their careers, representing the cream of their respective divisions. It's high time for these two to settle the debate definitively, determining who rightfully claims the throne as the undisputed boxing king. This isn't your run-of-the-mill boxing match where two athletes step into the ring, fight, and collect their paychecks. This is about more than that. It's about establishing a legacy, a statement of greatness for both fighters, particularly Terence Crawford. Imagine boasting a record of 40-0, with 31 of those victories coming by way of knockout and still facing doubts from the world of combat sports. Yes, you heard that correctly. Terence Crawford has faced criticism for supposedly hand-picking his opponents, which is quite ironic given that his last bout was against Errol Spence. It's worth noting that Errol Spence is a force to be reckoned with, and many had predicted that he would outclass Bud. However, the opposite of what many expected unfolded in the ring. Crawford took Spence into deep waters and ultimately overwhelmed him. It was a comprehensive beatdown, with Spence hitting the canvas 3 times before Crawford stopped him in the 9th round. This victory spoke volumes about Crawford's abilities. When Terence Crawford learned that Canelo was interested in facing him, he viewed it as an opportunity to definitively prove to the world that he was the top dog in the sport. He's eager to silence all his critics, and squaring off against the Mexican boxer provides the perfect platform for this purpose. In a recent interview, when Crawford was asked if he had what it takes to defeat Canelo, he responded without hesitation, "Who? Me? Yeah, I'd beat any of these fighters. Sometimes I can't believe it myself that I'm the best fighter in the world. I genuinely believe it. I'll be like, wow, I'm Terence Crawford." Indeed, Bud's confidence is undeniable, and that kind of self-assuredness is precisely what's necessary when facing the best of the best. We might be on the verge of witnessing a potentially epic battle, one that could define this decade. However, it's essential to remember that Canelo has added an imposing condition to the fight agreement, and who could be surprised? Canelo isn't one to sign a contract without a bit of a tussle. His sole condition is that if Crawford desires a shot at the top spot, he must leap up 3 weight classes. This condition is bound to shake things up significantly, as moving up 3 weight classes to face the reigning boxing champion is anything but a casual stroll in the park. This shift puts Bud at a substantial disadvantage regarding weight. Terence Crawford may not be as nimble or fleet-footed, and it's hard to ignore the possibility that Canelo doesn't want Crawford to be at his best when they step into the ring together. Canelo seems to harbor concerns that Crawford might be capable of pulling off a significant upset. His strategy was to secure the upper hand in negotiations, and it appears Canelo is currently holding that position. However, don't miss this, folks. Even in the face of this rather cunning move by the Mexican boxer, Crawford shows no hesitation in his determination to make this fight a reality. Crawford's words say it all. "I am willing to do whatever it takes to face Canelo, even if it means jumping 3 weight divisions to engage in a legacy-defining battle." That's an incredibly bold statement, and it reflects the unwavering confidence and determination that Crawford brings to the table. He's not here to play, he's here to fight. Many boxing purists have suggested that it might be equally compelling for Crawford to move up fewer weight classes to face the self-proclaimed lion and potentially diminish his aura to that of a cub. Crawford is not one to sit idly by and let Canelo monopolize the conversation. He's all in, ready for the challenge. When Canelo was asked about Crawford's standing as a great boxer, he responded, "I respect Crawford. He's undeniably a very talented fighter. However, he's primarily known for winning 1 significant bout. If you examine his record, it reveals that he has only triumphed over 1 top-tier opponent. Beyond that, I don't see a list of victories against other great fighters." This critique unsurprisingly stirred a passionate reaction from the American boxer, who didn't hold back, referring to Canelo as crazy and delusional. The exchange of words between these 2 fighters is undeniably escalating the excitement around the upcoming clash as animosity intensifies. This verbal sparring has captured the internet's attention, with boxing enthusiasts converging on Twitter to express their anticipation for this showdown. Experts are also offering their predictions on the likely victor in the upcoming bout between these 2 fighters. Boxing promoter Bob Arum holds a clear perspective on the matter, firmly believing that it will be Canelo Alvarez with his hand raised at the end. He confidently stated, "I think Canelo wipes the floor with him. I have immense respect for Crawford, and I was adamant about Crawford versus Spence, predicting that Crawford would prevail." However, Canelo presents a different challenge. It's an intriguing matchup, but in my view, there's only one inevitable winner. Bob Arum further added that Canelo is accustomed to competing at an elite level, and he doubts Terence can pose a significant threat to Canelo. On the other hand, Bob Arum believes that Canelo has the capability to inflict damage on Terence. This viewpoint isn't surprising at all, given Canelo's established reputation as a favorite. He's faced tougher opponents, secured more championships, and has more experience in the ring compared to Crawford, making him the frontrunner at this juncture. Canelo Alvarez undeniably stands as the face of boxing, and the numbers provide a compelling testament to his status. He consistently generates the highest pay-per-view buys and boasts an impressive 16.4 million followers on Instagram. This Mexican superstar garners unwavering support from a vast fan base. In contrast, Terence Crawford is poised to embrace the role of the underdog in this matchup without a shadow of a doubt. This can be viewed either as a disadvantage or a source of inspiration. Imagine the entire world telling you that you stand little chance of achieving something remarkable. This is the unique challenge Crawford must confront. The pressure may mount, or he may rise to the occasion. This adversity can be the driving force, providing him with boundless motivation to toil relentlessly and silence the naysayers. It's worth remembering that this is precisely why Crawford pursued this fight in the first place. He aspires to become the most formidable version of himself when the fight night arrives, defying the odds and making a statement that will resonate across the world of boxing. So, it's not time to dismiss Terence Crawford just yet, and that's precisely the sentiment shared by Shakur Stevenson. He firmly believes that Crawford can not only defeat Canelo, but also outmaneuver him. Stevenson stated, "I think Bud can beat Canelo, as I've been saying. Size doesn't determine the outcome of fights, skills do. I believe that as a southpaw with exceptional mobility and precise boxing, it will be a challenging task for Canelo, who relies on a high guard and big hooks to close in and land those power punches. I think Bud can overcome Canelo. Stevenson makes some valid points, and it would be unwise to disregard the words of a fighter with a 20-0 record like his. We'll have to patiently await the unfolding of this highly anticipated match to see who prevails. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned and we will catch you in the next video.